You've been crushing your workouts and eating clean for weeks, but the scale hasn't moved an inch. It's enough to make you want to quit. But what if the scale is the last thing you should trust? Your body is sending you secret signals that it's burning fat even when the numbers aren't changing. Today we are revealing the 4 defined signs your body is in fat burning mode. Even if you can't see it, stick around because the last sign is one you can check for first thing in the morning, and it's proof that you're winning. Hi, my name is Boris Kish. I'm an IFBB license coach, professional nutritionist, and the super heavyweight bodybuilding competitor in the over 100 kilogram category, which is over 220 pounds on stage. I'm 6'4" tall, which is 193 centimeters. Welcome to my channel. Number 1, you're losing fat everywhere except around your stomach, right? You're thinking, I want to quit. It's not going anywhere. I'm not making any progress. And you have to understand that fat goes everywhere equally, right? It goes equally from the forehead, then from the cheek, then from the biceps, then from the lower stomach, right? Nobody has pretty much fat here on the biceps. And if you're going to measure it with that area, you're going to get depressed and stuck. So the solution here is, don't worry, you didn't got that fat overnight, right? It's also not going to go overnight. It's going to go much faster than you got it there, right? You are much closer than you think, but you have to realize that that area is where you have the most, and logically where you have the least, it's going to be visible much sooner. And then when you see everything that is already lean and that part that still budge, right? Then you think that you didn't make the progress, and you actually did. You just have to stay focused a little bit longer and it will go for sure. Before we go to number 2, I want to inform you that I created 3 completely free training splits for you that you can get, of course, for free. Join my coaching newsletter and I'm going to send them straight to your email. Number 2 is the scale. Stop. You are measuring yourself, you're looking, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it stays the same, and you think, I want to quit. Don't worry, the body is working in the background, and sooner than you expect, it's going to be a huge drop on the scale. You have to understand, as much you are, when you're super nervous, your cortisol, the stress hormone, goes up, and then you're retaining a lot of water. When you're retaining a lot of water, you can get up to 2, 3, even 5 kilograms in my case, right? Up to 10 pounds, believe it or not, overnight, because of the water retention that is caused by cortisol. And it can also, simply happen because maybe you increase the cardio, maybe you increase the weight training, and the body is in the panic mode. The body doesn't know what's going on. Do you understand? And you're under a lot of stress, plus when you non-stop looking at the scale, sometimes like a maniac, right? I did that 2-3 times per day. And then as I said, the body is in the panic mode, the cortisol is up, the weight won't go down. Don't worry, it will happen sooner than you can actually believe. Number 3 is the most important part, and the stomach, the lower stomach, right? When you do this, it gets really squishy, and this means that is really preparing itself to go away. Why? Because you have to understand, in the body, especially in the stomach, but in the body you have fat cells, right? And when the fat was there for a long time, when you grabbed it, right, it had this, how to explain it? It had like a soap, there's my bathroom. It had like a soap, the structure was like a thick soap. When you squeezed it, you were not able to squeeze it. It felt or like a butter, right? Like this thick butter. And because those fat cells are always going to be there, unless somebody does the liposuction, that's not the point of this channel, right? They're going to be there, but that fat is going to melt and it's going to be softer and softer and softer, how can I say, the shittiest one is the brown fat. And of course, when you're dieting, when you're training, when you're eating properly, doing your cardio, it gets softer and softer and softer. And it might look that you have the same volume as maybe when you start, but when you press, right, press it like now you feel this is not like when you start, it feels almost like a jiggly watery fat. This means that your final progress is way quicker, pretty much around the corner, when you're going to have this pleasantly looking physique that you deserve. Before we get to number four, I would like to ask you that you click that like and subscribe button if you like this content, so that I can bring you more raw, real, unfiltered and uncut content like this. Number four, you feel that in the morning, you know, the stomach doesn't look like in the evening. As I said, when you're obsessed, when you're full, when you drink a lot, probably you do because you're dieting, right? High quality liquid. When you're, you know, maybe eating 3-4 times per day, doesn't mean if it's, you know, if you're in deficit, if you eat, you know, chicken breast, fibers, veggies, the stomach can look fuller, and at the evening you might think, look, the stomach is still big, I didn't do any progress, but the best measurement is when you do it in the morning. Even in the morning, the stomach is flat, it looks good in the pants, it looks good, you know, under the shirt. That means, you know, that you are getting the first signs that you are super quick to your future flat belly that's going to stay like that the whole day. So the final conclusion is, if these signs are happening to you, your flat stomach may be closer than you think, don't stop now, keep going a little longer, and soon you will see it in the mirror. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.